talk about more Oblivion gates opening all over the place?
No doubt.
Hey, I'm Tolgan, herald to Countess Narina Carvane here in Bruma. She requests your company at your earliest convenience. Countess Carvane would prefer if you speak to her in person. She also said to present you with this stipend as a taste of things to come. My lady holds court from 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening each day. That would be the best time to see her. The Countess is in attendance from 8 o'clock in the morning until noon, and then again from 3 o'clock in the afternoon until 8 each day. If you wish to seek audience with her, please return at that time. You're also welcome to wait anywhere in the Great Hall. Good day.
They say that when you murder someone, the Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep. It's how they recruit new members.
Seriously?
Indeed.
Take care.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Johnny Guitar channel. Today we are playing Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered with Carriage Shadowstep. And that was interesting. I didn't know the adoring fan would have random conversations with people. Okay, well, I guess our quest is clear, everybody. We're going to go talk to the Countess. In the last episode, we went to Cloud Ruler Temple, and we went ahead and got Martin safely to the temple, so he is no longer our follower, which is sad. But we're here in Bruma, so instead of going back to the Imperial City like Joffrey wanted me to, we are going to spend at least a day here in Bruma, okay? Carriage Shadowstep is very tired. He is... Okay, we're done with this ring. I wore this ring all last episode. It's going to be super useful in a dark cave, though we also have Fingleam, which does that. So I think we're pretty much set if we go inside any dark cave. Let's go ahead, get rid of the Ring of Light, and slap on the Ring of Fire. Resist. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, well, we look good. You know, I bet the Countess is going to be way more impressed if we wear our light raiment armor of valor that we won by being the grand champion of the arena. Anyways, before we rush off to the Imperial City, we're good, you know, to do the main quest. We're gonna hang around Bruma just a little bit. Now, while following the main quest, it is going to require us to go to every single city here in Cyrodiil, and we're going to talk with every single count or mayor or ruler of every city. And it's kind of nice that the main quest does that. So when we are at that part of the main quest, we will have plenty of time to explore every single city. I'm just saying that just in case you guys thought I wasn't going to do that. No, we're going to go to Coral. We're going to go to Chaden Hall. We're going to go down to Leowin, Skingrad. Going to go back to Anvil. So yeah, don't worry. We are going to end up exploring all of this beautiful, beautiful map here in Oblivion Remastered.
Well
Let
met.
us begin.
Well met.
I've heard much about your deeds from my people in Bruma. I trust the stipend Tolgan gave you whetted your appetite. Good point. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Countess Narina Carvane. I assume you've noticed all the Akaviri relics I'm displaying. Well, it's safe to say I'm a collector of sorts. I've invested a great deal of time and money acquiring these bits of ancient history. In fact, I'd be so bold as to proclaim my collection the most complete in all Cyrodiil, perhaps even beyond. Except for one thing. A particular relic has eluded me for many years. Possessing this piece of Akaviri antiquity would make my collection complete. I'm of course referring to the Draconian Madstone. The stone is a fine bit of Akaviri craftsmanship. Worn like an amulet, this talisman is said to protect the wearer from poisons of any type. The Madstone appears as a snake coiled around and encircling itself. The eyes of the snake are supposed to be precious gems or some such. Through my sources, I've learned that the last reported location of the Madstone was the ruins at Pale Pass. Are you familiar with the history of Pale Pass? Back at the end of the First Era, raiders from the continent of Akavir attempted to gain a foothold here in Tamriel. At that time, the Empire was broken into smaller factions. Raymond Cyrodiil decided to unify them and form an army to repel the Akaviri raiders. The force became known as the Army of Raymond. The two armies clashed in what's now northern Cyrodiil. The Akaviri were strong and well supplied. But their greatest error was marching through Morrowind on the way to their objective and dismissing the response it would garner from Vivec. They didn't count on Lord Vivec forming an alliance with the Trident Kings of the Dreg. From Morrowind, he struck at their rear flank. Not only did this make the Akaviri fight on two fronts, it also cut off access to reinforcements and supplies from the sea. You must be joking, right? Who hasn't heard of the greatest known hero of the First Age? Raymond Cyrodiil not only was the conqueror of the Akaviri forces, but he actually convinced them to help build the Empire as it is today. With such an empire at his disposal, he conquered most of Tamriel, except Morrowind, of course, and was crowned Emperor. In fact, he instituted the rites of becoming an Emperor, which included the construction of the Amulet of Kings. His alliance with Lord Vivec during the Akaviri invasion is just one example of his cunning and ingenuity. Not quite. The army of Raymond knew that the organized Akaviri forces were commanded from a hidden post in the mountains. Rumors placed it in a snowy vale called Pale Pass. That's where Raymond focused his attention. As his forces fought their way across the Gerald Mountains, the Akaviri suddenly surrendered. It was assumed they were overwhelmed and gave up. The only strange part was that the command post and Pale Pass were never found. It was dismissed as a rumor, and the army of Raymond celebrated. It's come to my attention that the post did exist, and it happens to be the last reported location of the Draconian Madstone. If you retrieve the Draconian Madstone for me, I'll be happy to compensate you by rewarding you with another Akaviri artifact. Are you game? I had a feeling you'd accept. Good. Then let me tell you how you're going to find the Madstone. I've come into the possession of a diary, written by an Akaviri messenger. I suspect that the text within can lead you to the ruins. Here's a translation of the passages we could still read. It was quite damaged. I've also included a rough map that was drawn in the diary as well. I'm also providing you with a unique key that was supposedly found with the diary. I'm assuming it'll prove useful when you arrive at the site. I paid several scouts to try and find the ruins at Pale Pass before I hired you. They were only able to locate the first of a series of landmarks. These landmarks are mentioned within the diary. The one referred to as Dragonclaw Rock has been located. I'll mark it on your map. The rest is up to you. My scouts reported bitter cold and dangerous creatures in the area, so they couldn't proceed. Be cautious and return home soon. Good luck. The Madstone awaits, and so does your reward if you retrieve it. May the path ahead be free of danger.
Oh boy, everybody, I'm super excited for this one. This is a cool quest. First off, I love how she gave us a history lesson. You guys, once again, if you're a fan of Skyrim, if you're a fan of the game, I love that history lesson. We learned about Remen Cyrodiil, who obviously this entire nation is called Cyrodiil, and the Akavir, the mysterious dragon men from the far-off continent of Akaviri. You know, the one of the reasons this would be a story you would learn in Bruma is because the Akaviri, and I'm sure we'll find a book or some other method of learning about this, but the Akaviri actually, pretty sure they founded the Blades. I know, it sounds crazy, right? But yeah, I'm pretty sure they founded the Blades. I have a horse, don't I? I sure do. The problem with the horse, of course, is that I'm not going to be getting all this sweet... You know what? Screw the horse. I like the acrobatics. I like being able to sprint. That would be cool, though, if there was a mod available on PlayStation where you could have survival mode, because cold factor would be cool. Eating and sleeping would be cool. Anyways, you guys, I'm super excited. Also, the Pale Pass. Oh my god, I forgot. Also, the Pale Pass. So, I'm the kind of person who reads all of the books in this game. I mean, I don't do it here on the John and Guitar channel because it could possibly be quite boring. But I've read all the books, man. I started playing this game with Morrowind. I'm fascinated with the lore. And just the idea that there are books within the game. I remember as a kid, I was just blown away by that for some reason. So, the Pale Pass is, you know, spoken about in a lot of books, and I totally forgot that you discover it, meaning the whole fact that you read about the Pale Pass in Skyrim is because 200 years ago, Carid Shadowstep, me, discovered the Pale Pass, opening it up to archaeology and historians. So cool. So freaking cool, you guys. Anyways. Look at that. Sneak attack for 1 damage. Why sometimes? Sometimes it's 3 damage. Sometimes it's 1. I don't know. I don't know. Let's look at that map. I don't remember, but I think in the original there are not map markers for this, but let's inventory, this kind of stuff. Day 3. It is with a heavy heart and a trembling hand that I pen this latest entry. It has been several days since I have seen anyone else on the road from our garrison at Grey Ridge. The road is lonely and treacherous. I'm rationing my supplies to prepare for a tough path ahead. As long as Remen Cyrodiil's army hasn't located our headquarters at Pale Pass, the journey should be fairly uneventful. I admit I am nervous. It is an honor to be selected to carry these orders to our fort, but sending me alone is a calculated risk. While it is not on my own life I am worried about, it is the importance of the contents of the orders that aggrieves me. If they are somehow lost, the fort will not know that their supplies are going to be delayed by a month. Without that knowledge, the fort may choose to press the attacks on the front line as their supplies dwindle. They are counting on those supplies to be there sooner. I must not fail getting this message there. The slate rock that the orders have been carved upon for safety weighs me down. It is a constant reminder of the more physical burden that I carry. Of the more than. Day 7. It has been 2 days. I finally arrived at Dragon Claw Rock. The huge formation is a welcome. Okay. So now he kind of goes through and just mentions certain After winding my way westward, I have come within sight of this sentinel. Yeah, so he just kind of mentions different things. Does he make it, though? I am using my remaining strength riding this. As we have made our way north from the Sentinel, we were attacked by perhaps the same wolves that had attacked Slav. We have decided to continue north of Sentinel Rock, remember that, until we reach the portal to the Serpent's Trail. This is the last entry I shall be able to write. We entered the Serpent's Trail nearly a day ago, seeking shelter from the elements and the wolves. Why are wolves? I have been unable to get these orders to the fort at Pale Pass. I am so close, yet it may as well be leagues away since I can no longer walk and my strength is draining. If a fellow messenger or soldier picks up this diary, please get the orders to the fort before it is too late. And please tell my wife, Vata, that Zaferi will always love her. Okay. Cool. Good to know, bro. Good to know. Pale Pass map. Okay, so we're at the Dragon Claw. We need to head west to the Sentinel and then north to the door. Easy squeezy. Okay. Where is this Dragon Claw? Is this it? I can't tell. Does this look like a Dragon Claw? It does not look like a Dragon Claw to me. I've arrived at Dragon Claw Rock. I should consult. Okay, we already did that. Let's get to higher ground. Where is this Dragon Claw? Oh, it's this guy. Okay, nice. I think this is it. I mean, either way, it doesn't matter. We need to go west and look for a large statue, perhaps. Let's open up that diary again, just because it seems like that's what the game wants. Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied, game? Yeah. So west of the Dragon Claw. And then north. We already know that north of the Sentinel is where the key is. Okay. What's that? Doesn't matter. Oh, shit. Oh, crap, he's fast. Yeah, go after him. Oh, did I already find the door? Oh, there's the Sentinel. I missed it. Crap. Yeah. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Screw you, bro. Yeah, it looks like we totally missed the Sentinel, but okay. What is that thing? Shit, seriously? Okay, this is fine. This is why we carry the silver dagger, everybody. Is it healing? Okay, we need to we need to get out of here. I found the third landmark, the Serpent's Trail, which seems to be an underground passage. I'll need to traverse this passage if I'm to find the ruins. Crap. Shoot. Shoot. It's not good. It's not good. Stop attacking me, you son of a bitch. Okay, we may have to wait out this frickin'... Why was that guy healing? I swear that thing was healing. Maybe it was healing because it's able to, like, absorb health. Let's see if I can hit it. There we go. Eat that, jerkwad. Son of a bitch. Oh! When launching off that cliff. God, what an asshole. That guy was a jerk. Let's go into sneak mode, just in case if he has friends. So, I think we need to abandon the blade, everybody. Well, I mean, the dagger was not doing much better. Anyways, the game has been changed slightly from the original, where in the original, your strength rating is what gave you damage with daggers and short swords, as well as long swords and two-handed, blah, blah, blah. They changed it in the remaster, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, where now agility is your damage modifier for daggers and short swords. So that's why I've got my agility, and bows, obviously. That's why I've got my agility really cranked up high. But that means nothing if I don't have a good short sword. We're going to need to find a good short sword at some point, everybody. Anyways, let's continue. I've discovered the body of a messenger who penned the diary I've been carrying. Even though he died over 1,000 years ago, the bones have been well preserved by the frost in the caves. He seems to be clutching something in his bony hand. I should investigate. Near the body of the messenger, I've discovered a slate tablet with what appears to be Akaviri writing on its surface. These must be the orders the messenger spoke about in the diary. They sure are. Let's check these out. Okay, so first off, let's obviously use our steel arrows for now. They do one more. Anyway, steel arrows. Way to do it. Nope, don't want to equip it. There we go. Just wanted to look at it. Okay, pretty cool. All right. You guys know one of the things I really like about this game? That the combat music stops the moment the enemy is done with. You know how in Skyrim the combat music like plays on for like 2 minutes loudly after you've already taken care of the enemies? Yeah, yeah. I've emerged from the Serpent's Trail and find myself face to face with the legendary Pale Pass. The path winds down into the snowy valley. If I follow it, it should lead me directly to the ruins. Okay. Okay. This is getting a little... oh, shit. It's getting a little serious here. Don't remember who trolls. I imagine I'll be fighting lots of trolls. Hopefully not those. Oh, more ogres. Oh, those guys are so. They make me nervous. I've discovered the crumbled walls of the once mighty Fort Pale Pass. It appears to have been destroyed by a landslide long ago. I should proceed into the ruins and search for the Mad Stone. Yeah, I think I remember this quest for some reason. I believe there's like hidden items throughout this little area. I remember there being hidden items all around here. All right, let's just keep moving. Oh no. Oh no. I'm over encumbered. There's really nothing I want to... Wait, that ring of light. Oh, that's not... I really want to sell these items because I'm not really a heavy armor user. I mean, we should see what they look like. Okay, cool. I mean... No. There's too many good items. I can't give them up. Okay, we're gonna obviously we're dropping the boar meat and the bread. Daedra hearts. I should really be selling these. You know, go ahead and eat one of those. I mean, how much more stuff am I really gonna be picking up? More flesh. Drop that. It's the ogre teeth. Ah, they're worth a lot, though. You know what I mean? Like, I can really make some good money selling. Okay, we might need to run back to the city before we fully finish this quest. Not even the city. Some of this stuff I just don't want to throw away. So that makes me think that perhaps... Okay, down to 229. It makes me think that perhaps we actually need to go back to the Imperial City. Oh, that's immersion breaking. If I go back to the Imperial City just to drop stuff off at my home and then come all the way back. Yeah, that's immersion breaking. That doesn't sound fun. Okay. Yeah, I'm almost positive there's like a secondary hidden quest within this area that is like... Yeah. See if we can find it. Yeah, I know there's something more around here. Yes, I know I could just head into the fort and find the Madstone, but I've become obsessed with the idea that there's a secondary quest somewhere around here. We just need to find it. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Let me know in the comments below if I'm crazy, everybody. No? Oh, wait. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, that's where my brain was going. There's a rusty lock, and we need a key. It's possible that we find this key within Fort Pelpass, right? That's an option. But I don't think so. Why do I keep looking around here? Why do I keep looking at stuff? Oh! Rusty key, crumpled note. See? I have not played this particular quest in so many years, yet my brain knew something was wrong. I guess you found the message I told you about, old friend. We've traveled together for so long, you're the only one I trust with the ring and my story. I knew climbing into the window of that wizard's house was a mistake, but the bounty on the ring was just too enticing to pass up. They said it was worth thousands of drakes, enough to keep me comfortable for a while as I lay low. They also said Orthazel was out of town at some meeting of wizards or some such. They were wrong on both counts. You'd think I'd be used to this by now, dealing with the unpredictable in our line of work. But after trying to fence the ring all over Cyrodiil, no one would touch it. Worse still, Ortharzel was pursuing me the entire time. I had to call in many favors to stay one step ahead of him. I decided to strike north to make for Skyrim. As I was crossing the Gerals, he finally caught up to me. 2 fireballs later, I found myself stumbling down a steep, snowy slope into a valley. Don't know where I am, but there are ruins of some old fort here. Luckily, that fetcher didn't follow me down. I assume he gave me up for dead. Think I'm going to stash the ring in this valley, make for Skyrim, and return later when I feel it's safe. I've used some old chests I found in the ruins to make sure nobody stumbles across the ring by mistake. You know, the old key to a key thing like we used to do. If I don't make it back here, you're reading this message, then the ring is all yours, my friend. Use it well and remember me. Okay. I mean, I feel like there's more to it. I feel like there were like multiple locations you had to visit. And maybe... He said I've used old chests. So maybe there is multiple... Oh my god, is this going to be a whole thing? Alright, let's just... Okay, that's a rusty chest. Now I have an old key. That means there's another chest somewhere around here that will be labeled as old chest. How much time do we got? Oh, we don't have a lot of time. Okay. YouTube only allows me to, well, when I'm recording here on the PlayStation, YouTube only allows me to record an hour episode at a time. So, is there another one? There is. All right. Okay. Got it. I got you. Okay, we are also running dangerously low on arrows. We're gonna have to spend money on purchasing arrows because I believe there's no way to do it on your own. Okay. I remember correctly. There should be another chest, an old chest even, somewhere. What am I doing? What am I doing? Just go up the path. It's fine. I'm also kind of hoping that I already took care of all the orcs or ogres, but no way of knowing for sure. Okay, I cannot go that way. Are you sure? Okay, I can't go that way. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. I feel like it's somewhere around here. The problem is that there's going to be probably another key and yet another chest to find. Okay, where could it be? Where could it be? Maybe it's somewhere on the edges up here. I don't know where I am in relative to everything else. I think I'm floundering. The fun thing is, as a kid, I clearly had this memorized. I've always played these RPGs. Sorry, I've always played these RPGs the same way, wherein I create a character, I play like half the game, and then I create another character. And I just kind of constantly create characters, but each time I create a character, that character now is able to efficiently do quests better. It's like once I figure out a main quest, I'll create a new character and do it super efficiently and quickly. And then I guess at some point, I get to the point in a game, you know, a game like this or a game like Skyrim, where I'm able to create a new character and just efficiently just like efficiently blast my way through the game. Where's that guy going? Where you going, buddy? Oh my god. Forgotten key. Oh, there's one more. There's one more. I can't believe I missed one of these guys. Where you at, buddy? There you are. I feel like I'm getting better at archery. Oh! Screw you. Oh, crap. Out of arrows. Saving the silver arrows for, like, ghosts and stuff. Ghosts, vampires, stuff like that will... I think even Daedra will all be affected by my silver arrows. Okay, so let's check out the map to this area, because I don't know what kind of map it has. One of these types. Crap. Okay. First off, where is... Does it at least have... Doesn't have doorways. At least, right? Okay, well, I think this is where I began. Meaning somewhere around here. It's another chest. I remember the last one being like up high somewhere. What is it? I'm looking for the forgotten chest location. Let me know in the comments below if you know where it is. Otherwise, I will just run around the map for a while. Hopefully I've killed all the ogres, so that I can just kind of wander at my leisure and find this forgotten chest. And then this ring, which apparently is so freaking special. Okay, now we're going back to the beginning. Okay, yeah, I feel like it's gonna be up here. It's not near the statue. I feel like it's gonna be up here. It's useless. This is useless. What am I doing with my life? You sure already checked up here, right, everybody? Already check up here? I don't love that they kind of toned down some of the colors from the original Oblivion. I thought that the bright, vibrant colors of Oblivion were pretty cool, but I guess I get toning them down. I would say in the Shivering Isles DLC, which we have not visited yet, I really don't want the colors toned down. That place has to be crazy bright and psychedelic. Anyways, everybody, we'll find that key in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching the Johnny Guitar channel, and we will see you next time we play Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered with Carriage Shadowstep.
Yeah.